Dr. Sako becoming, they started put in place some structures. All man will be happy. All man will be happy. But at the end of the day, we can discover, say, it be loose. It not do things the way it is supposed to do. Now we talk on embezzlement. We start this struggle with them gone. Up to this date, by the tough owner. We never get no one who then buy, we never get no Bible where they talk say that the internal government don't buy it. Even for buy the then Bible self, they never even buy one. We get group that my group did it. It is 1,200 in number. Maybe all my inside this group, they get Bible. Even the then Bible, maybe not all man get them. Just about 70% they get Bible. We not get no more than one. Now I want to ask today. Many people then, like I be talk from the beginning, they tend to support groups, individuals, and the internal government at the expense of 8 million Ambazonians, and most especially at the expense of Ambasonia or Brazil. Where if internal government is the misfire, or people that they inside internal government, they work for their own personal interests. When they want to criticize the followers of the internal government, they will light fire. Which when they do, when I give those members to go ahead for their evil act. Similarly, if Ayabacho, Akwanga, and the rest Bohebe, they do things where they bad, and their followers they support them, it means they support one man at the expense of 8 million people. Now Kandamo will self-think, more put things in order. More put things in order. Me what they talk for now. I want to give now facts, because most people don't know me inside this revolution. But we dey inside, not be me alone. People of my carnival, they plenty inside this revolution. Where they get personality, and because of that, you know what make themselves public. Now why they can social media. I want side of some of the cases for embezzlement. Around the 20th May period, they call we A.M.C, call we, say they don't talk small about take granite for some site to the tune of 6 million. That granite is supposed to be 6 million. After we leave our various places for go take granite to that place the same way, we are working for bush for 3 good days, because I not fit work anyhow in moto. For 3 good days, we go reach for the site. Behold, nobody was there to supply the granite they sent. I will not see any granite. That transaction was now recorded that it's done. On buy granite for 6 million. But meanwhile, there was no granite. There was recorded. Where the money go for who? Who will be follow up this transaction? Now I told see, as I told this thing, I want the acting president, Dr. Sako, for follow up this thing to the root, because it will be easy. Whether Bishop John, it get a hand for this one, the explainer. So I think I be there. I be the Secretary of Defense of Homeland Security. That one campus, they call we some voting material for oversight water. I will go that mission with 3 voting materials. We reach for oversight water. We stay there for 1 month, 3 good weeks. 1 month, 3 weeks. We will stay for oversight water for voting materials. The materials we will supposed to take for our brigade then, for brigade 1, it will be above 50 million if you want to value the materials. We stay for oversight water under starvation, sleeping on the veranda for 1 month, 3 weeks. Behold, out of the material we will there, we carry out. We bring back only 2 cartons of granite. 2 cartons of granite, we 1 carton there inside 250 I. 2 cartons. Now I can look and say, now 2 cartons of granite, they really move me for go very far. Where we trek for 9 days for go reach that place. 9 days we sleep inside bush. We don't even know the siding. Inside bush, when they fall, we be under bush for Valka. Go right for our side of that working materials. Where they will tell us the material be above 50 million. But we come back, we bring that to back. I want to ask people the way they will take that transaction. Will John be involved? Akat be involved? For the material then, 50 million material will be supposed to take bring back to Katograno will be 500,000. For outside the money pass. For outside the money pass. For outside the money pass. Why are they? Now they call me. Why I call? Then they tell me, say this, so my picking be seriously sick. They need my attention. They need me urgently. They call me when I don't remake for that side for 3 weeks. Every day they will tell me, say tomorrow things will come, tomorrow things will come, tomorrow things will come. Finally, it go make 1 month, 3 weeks, things will not come. But I was called, how my picking is sick. I could not go back because of those things. And before I want to come back, my picking died. I began 3 picking, remain now 2. 8 died. Well, if I remember these things, immediately I see those involved in this thing, even as Sako, I'll be ready for shooter. For materials offer 50 million, it can reduce to 2 cartons of granite. For inside the money pass, but that transaction was registered. That one can pass. Indian government can disburse money for country by country. They give that money for the various country brigades. May they give the various self-defense go they did for that country. Behold, as I'm talking, that money be 2 million per country. As I talk, now only Meme be succeed for receive that 2 million. The rest of the countries do not receive anything. The various country brigade commanders, they chop that money. They don't send even a dime on ground zero. Some of these brigade commanders, we can discover now say they send money for here. Maybe instead their brothers they make papers for fly for come out of the country. I dey talk this thing, I dey laugh. I never reach for tell on that thing what we will do. Now, we don't lose soldiers for battlefield where we will not be supposed to lose them. Why? Because when they go battlefield, somebody carry 3 eye granite. Somebody will carry 5 eye, 10 eye maximum. Must show now the risk where we bear up for battlefield. Now Republic gets Bibles where a film movie for game effectively at a distance of 300 meters, at a distance of 500 meters. We our own Bible, the then Bible is and you walk if you walk when you overwalk effectively, and you walk na 50 meters. So why now Republic only walk effectively at a distance of 300 meters, while only walk at the distance of 50 meters maximum, and maybe effectively. We mean now see the Republic already the day ahead of we, they get an advantage ahead of us of 250 meters. They can stand and they pick you effectively. But when you want to pick them, you get to make sure see you go right up to close to them, and you know go stand at the range of 50 meters. Then you wear bulletproof. Where if you stand at 50 meters, you know do anything. You get to take that risk. You go as close as 30 meters to 20 meters. In some cases, we go 10 meters. If you want really movement for game well, you go 10 meters. That 10 meters, 20 meters, and 20 meters where you go, granite day for skin, now 5 eye. 5 eye granite. Now, when you go that meter, you don't shoot. You are not finished. They did not say you are not finished because they say how you need to shoot again. What do they do now? They start follow you. Now, the public definer in group, any define one. They start here almost about 30 of them. 30 of them. Well, if they start follow you at that distance of 20 meters, they get, if you not be soldier, you run plenty. Among that 30 people where they get out here, they get fast people where they run like a horse inside. They will run as they can catch you a hand. And it's better they shoot you, you die, than say la Republic catch you a hand. Because the way they take and kill you, it be very painful. They use lasso gun, stand like for your head, boom, 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 so they die. Who kill we? It thinks na la Republic kill we. Now, my way, embezzle money for granite. Wait, now you kill we. Because if granite be for your skin, you will shoot the neck. When that way you shoot the neck, then it can't trust you. Then to they fear. Because bullet no be no my friend. They fear they run. But that way don't finish. Because if you go with limited granite with every eye, 5, 10 maximum, they run that cash will kill you. Tell me that who kill a soldier? That the like public terrorists on the my embezzle money. The my way embezzle money. Now, this embezzlement, it don't make many of our soldiers don't sustain casualty. For all this long period where people they do for their churches, without or not, the Republic summon courage can surprise you with various attacks for various bases. We get to know so we get enemy within the house. They decamp. They can't attack when we are not getting a wire granite. You want to see them, they move when they forget about 6. In not to mean say we move 1 over fighter forget. We would not put and see 1 fighter for armed by be equivalent to 3 soldiers of the Republic. If we lost 1, it means we don't lost none. We consider we don't lost 3 soldiers. We don't lost 10. We know we don't lost 30 soldiers. Tell me. But I tell you, the day where the Republic go for Peteba restoration forces, they will be around. But they never fit fight back or they never fit save that population because they never get you one eye granite. It's people saw how they killed even to the least child, 7 years child, we don't know anything, they kill it. Who killed that population? Never in the Republic. Now people there where they give money for them, for see me they buy granite and they chop up. That they embezzle that money, that they kill that people. It happened the same for the condo. It don't happen for many areas. It happened for Malende, it happened for Banga, where they go down like that, will not get no means. Now this embezzlement, this struggle for don't go far. If for don't go far, they don't can be stuck because of what? Embezzlement. Now I know I for call the names of the various country brigade commanders. And you call these names around there when the processes are go through, where this particular mean around go. So I not be somebody where are they far from this thing. I not be just a fighter in the field, but I know most of the things where they go on. Because when this thing is so becoming as a spokesperson, it be even made me as a general, though I be declined, as I know I make myself public. I was working behind, but then I was working effectively hand in glove with them. We go find another 6 million, we come out and we're taking them for 50 million, they come in at the end, they give. But tell you now, the most A.M.C restoration forces, the first and the last time, we more than 99% of them, they will receive support from the internal government. Was on the 18th of 20th May, and money will be below 200,000. Northern zone will be the one because no man, Northern zone will be self-defense will not for Northern zone they will receive that money, they don't see anything. Now very few groups at that time will become under A.M.C restoration forces. Now they will receive money during that period. And were few in number at that time. But most of we will be most defense group they receive money in that period. The money was 175,000.